Get back to the Supreme verdict. So 69,500 votes tipped President-elect William Ruto over the 50% plus one of the total votes cast constitutional threshold. The Supreme Court dismissed a challenge mounted against Ruto's victory, stating that the petitioner's computations were based on wrong figures. And as Sam Ogina now reports, the Apex Court ruled that IEBC followed the rule book in its tallies of the presidential race results to declare the president-elect as victorious.
The Supreme Court restated President-elect William Ruto's victory, saying it met the constitutional arithmetic threshold. A winning presidential candidate is required to garner more than half of the total votes cast and at least 25% in 24 counties. The Apex Court, applying its formula, indicated that out of the 14,213,137 votes cast, half the vote is capped at 7,106,569 votes, out of which Ruto surpassed the threshold by over 69,000 votes.
It is our finding that the declared President-elect attained 50% plus one of all the votes cast in accordance with Article 184 of the Constitution.
Using the number of registered voters to calculate voter turnout, the petitioners had claimed Ruto did not muster the required threshold to be announced president-elect. But the Apex Court sided with the IEBC, where the turnout percentage was measured against voters identified by the KIMS kits and not registered voters. The Supreme Court dismissed the petitioners for using wrong figures to mount their challenge of Ruto's victory.
That the petitioners did not provide a watertight case to warrant the setting aside of the results of the presidential election on the basis of not having met the threshold provided under Article 184A of the Constitution.
On voter suppression, as alleged in the Odinga Karua petition, the Supreme Court described this as a red herring. In its judgment, the Apex Court said postponement of gubernatorial elections in Kakamega, Mombasa, and 4 parliamentary seats were done within the confines of the law, and there was no evidence of premeditated malice on IEBC. Debunking the voter suppression theory, Chief Justice Martha Koome indicated the 2022 general election registered a low voter turnout across the country.
If there was a low voter turnout, it affected all the 6 categories of candidates, and its explanation, in our view, lies elsewhere, but certainly not a calculated suppression.
The Supreme Court judges muted claims on unexplained differences between the number of votes garnered by the 4 presidential candidates and those received by candidates contesting for other 5 elective positions, that is 47 governors, senators and women representative seats, National Assembly member in the 290 constituencies, and 1,450 MCA slots. The petitioners alleged ballot stuffing in Central and Rift Valley regions with an explained 33,208 votes.
Not a single document has been presented by the first petitioner to prove systemic ballot stuffing. A figure of 33,208 votes relied on in this claim is based on unproven hypotheses.
IEBC, in accounting for the vote differential between the presidential and the other elective seats, indicated diaspora and prison voters only vote for the president. This, together with stray and rejected ballots, made to account for the difference.
None of the parties has flagged anything so significant that it would have affected the outcome of the presidential election vis-a-vis the other 5 elections held on the same day.
The Supreme Court has cleared the path for President-elect William Ruto to assume the country's top leadership as the country's 5th president. Sam Ogina, Citizen TV, Nairobi.